yo fuego, no jugo, juegos. Habla español, pero pequeño. Me pele es negro, cosono muchos negros. Pero negros de más el dinero, el peso de dinero, el peso de dinero, el peso de dinero. Yo quiero el peso de dinero. Let me stop now, you know I'm international. I only speak Spanish when I feel it's rational. Pass you the gas, cause I'm trying to gas you up.
Hey guys, it's Jericho. Welcome back to my channel. So I decided to do a neon green makeup look that I got inspired from Yami Angelina on Instagram. Her looks are so bomb. So I really hope you guys enjoy this look. So first thing I'm doing is starting off with my Makeup Revolution concealer in the color C2. And this is like a white eyeshadow base. So it's kind of like a P. Louise base. This eyeshadow is really thick. I mean, this concealer is really thick, so it works great as an eyeshadow base and it makes your colors pop. So, you know, if you want to get a good color payoff for your eyeshadows, make sure you use a white base. Then I'm going to blend that with my beauty sponge, which I regretted later because it made my concealer come out ashy because of this color was still stuck to the sponge, but it's okay. Then I'm using my Morphe brush and I'm going to kind of create the shape of what I want my eye to look like, and I'm slowly building up that green shade in the Juvia's Place Tribe palette. I think it's the Tribe palette. Yeah, I'm going to use that just to kind of like outline where I want it to go, and then use this bigger Morphe brush to kind of like blend it out and smoke it a little bit, even though we're not doing smoky eye, but I'm kind of just like blending out the harsh lines. And I'm just going to be blending for a while. I don't know why I didn't cut this part out the video, but apparently I decided to keep it in here and I'm not about to erase it now. So you're just going to see me blending for just a little bit longer just to make that crease not as harsh. So it's really weird, like you blend and make it not harsh and then you go back in with and make it more harsh. Like I don't understand makeup. I really don't. Like I'm doing it, but I don't understand it. So just follow along with the video. Then I'm going to take that really light lime green shade in the palette and use that above the dark green line just to blend this out and give it more of a gradient effect. And this is going to be my transition color, which you always need a transition color. Well, you don't always. Like I could have been fine just using the dark green, but I wanted to blend this out. And this is what I mean when I say you going back in with that dark green shade, just to make it a little bit more pronounced, so that when you cut your crease, like what I'm doing now, you'll be able to see that dark green line, which you want to be able to see. So I'm using that same concealer, the Makeup Revolution in C2. Again, if you're cutting creases, I mean, if you're not using a really bright shade, you really don't have to use like a white concealer like I did. But I like to use a white concealer just because it really makes the colors pop. And this was a neon loose pigment, so you want to make sure you use, you know, a really good concealer, so that the pigment will stick to the eyeshadow. So I mean, the pigment will stick to the concealer, if that makes sense, because this is loose pigment, so it'll fall all over the place if you don't, and it'll crumble throughout the day. So make sure you use a good eyeshadow base such as concealer, and don't set your concealer. Then you're going to see me going back in with that dark green shade in the palette. I literally used 2 shades for this entire look besides the neon green pigment from Slay Cosmetics, but I'm just going to blend that green in the corner of my eye just to make it a seamless blend. I love the way that looked. I could have been done with this look here, but honestly I was going for the look she did, so I used some gold glitter liner. But I wish I had the glitter that she had, because hers just looks so bomb and so seamless. But I just used what I had. Like I didn't go out and buy stuff just to recreate this. I'm just using what I have. So I used the NYX glitter liner in gold, and that stuff is really peely. You gotta be careful not to overload on that stuff, because it'll literally like peel off in huge sections, and you don't want to be out at an event and your your glitter liner is just peeling off in a huge strip. So you got to be really careful not to use too much of this stuff. And I realized that after this video was made that some of it was peeling, especially on parts of your eye that move a lot. So just be really careful, or just use glitter and glitter base, and just do that. But this was just so much quicker than doing all that work. And my camera has stopped recording, so I didn't get to show you guys me doing the top part of my eye or applying my lashes. But then I'm going in with the Milani face oil, which I love this stuff. And you're going to see me use my NYX Studio Perfect Photo Loving Primer, which I always use. Y'all already know. And the Juvia's Place I Am Magic Foundation in Kampala, because it is too dark for my skin. It goes on the perfect shade, you guys, but after it oxidizes, oh my God. This stuff oxidizes so bad, but it's so pretty, which is why I just use it for my videos. Like I wouldn't be able to leave the house with this on, because it's just so much darker than my neck and it looks weird. And I don't put foundation on my neck because I just feel like it's messy and it can get on your shirt, and who has time for that? For concealer, I'm using the ColourPop concealer in dark 40 because this stuff just blends out so flawlessly, as you can see. But this is what I meant when I said my concealer was kind of jacked up, but it's okay. So I'm blending that out with the Beauty Blender, and I love that concealer. I don't know, I just got hooked. It's only $6 and it's amazing. So if you haven't tried it, I highly recommend you go try it. And it's matte. So then I'm using the Makeup Revolution concealer in C16, which is supposed to be my contour, but I try not to overdo it this time because sometimes I can really overdo the contour and it's just way too dark. Then you're going to see me setting with my Sacha Buttercup setting powder, which is my go-to setting powder because I know I don't get flashback, and I don't bake with this stuff because I just realized baking is just not for me. I don't understand how some people can bake with setting powders because for me it just looks illegal. So I'm like, you know what, I'm just going to have to press my powders into my skin. So that's just what I've been doing, and I just get the best results that way. Then I'm taking that green shade, putting it on my lower lash line because you know you gotta do that. It's like a makeup rule. And then you guys are gonna see me going in with my crayon case loose highlighter in the shade Anglola. As you can see, it's a really pretty gold color. This highlighter is intense, so you gotta be careful with it. But that's really it. On my lips, I just did brown liner and the Fenty Glow lip gloss, and that is it for this look. So hopefully you were able to follow along. But I thank you guys so much for watching, and thank you for those who stick around even though my breaking videos has been pretty intense. But I'll explain all that in another video. So I hope you guys enjoy, and see you in my next video.